We're still waiting for news on Splatoon Raiders, aren't we? It just sort of hit me that I haven't had occasion to talk about Splatoon like at all this year, and I'm kind of sad about that. Like, I love Splatoon, or at least I really loved Splatoon, but I gotta say I haven't been playing much of it lately. Splatoon 3's Grand Festival was an incredible cap on an incredible game, but boy, every time I go back to it, the competition is just so fierce. It can be so demoralizing sometimes to just want to pick Splatoon back up again and just get my butt handed to me. I've only really got myself to blame though for all these years since I began my journey with Splatoon. I've kind of been playing the game in the exact same way, using the exact same weapons. I just kind of grew a comfort zone and stuck with it. I think what I want is a safer space to experiment and try new things, while also sort of reaffirming my love for Splatoon, perhaps in maybe an older edition of the game, one that is completely uncompromised and is in its purest Splatoon form. I think I want to play Splatoon 1. There's a problem with that though. I can't. The servers are shut down. Splatoon 1 is basically unplayable. I streamed the final day of Splatoon 1's operation, and it was so much fun. Like, I actually had a genuinely great time with it. So how am I gonna get over this conundrum? Well, thankfully, through the efforts of very dedicated fan communities, there are now alternative methods to going online with your Wii U, and they are, thankfully, very simple to understand and grasp. I didn't even have to do anything, really. I followed an online guide for like 10 minutes, and there Splatoon was. I had it. The only downside is I didn't have access to my original Splatoon 1 file, so I was starting again from the top. But you know, I think that's a feature rather than a bug for me right now. Sort of like the idea of starting again from nothing. Maybe put into that position, I will try out more weapon types. Maybe learn more about the ability chunks that like I never learned about. Okay, I'm getting really excited about this. Let's jump in to Splatoon 1 and see what happens. Oh man, the vibes are immaculate. This is raw Splatoon. It's got the attitude. It's got the bright, saturated colors. Everybody looks so squishy. It's got that Nickelodeon vibe. Like, you know what I'm talking about. And that slow pan down to Inkopolis. It felt like returning home after a long and exhausting trip. Here's my inkling. I'm a baby again with my little Splattershot Jr. Well, I did say I was taking new weapons for a spin, so let's see what the Splattershot Jr. can do. Ugh. Right, I did read that level rank separation between players was removed due to how few players there are. That could be bad news for me, but you know what? No, I'll be fine. I'll just rely on my old skills. The wait times are a bit long. Oh right, squid jump is a thing. I could just do that. All right, here we go. Oh, of course, Moray Towers. I never loved this map back in the day, but I think that was just because I played it terribly. I would just do this big jump to the main battleground and then die instantly. I'd be like, what am I doing wrong? When I didn't realize I just had a giant kick me sign on my back. Well, let's remember why we're here. To break those old habits and grasp on to some genuine game sense. And it worked! I can't believe we won that round. We were getting stomped. I feel like I just got the dopamine hit of the century, and I want more. Round 2, level 2, let's go. Flounder Heights this time. I like this place a lot. I think it did return in Splatoon 3, so it's a lot more fresh in my memory. And yeah, that round went so much better. Once we got control, there was really no losing it. I started stepping back from combat and going for turf coverage. That tends to be my routine if I'm unsure what to do. But once the tide started to turn in our favor, I was right back onto the front lines with the rest of the squad kicking butt. It's definitely a transition getting used to my special, the bubbler. There isn't anything like this in Splatoon today. I gotta remember this not only protects me, but also nearby allies, so I gotta use it when it counts, and be mindful of where my allies are so I can pass the shield to them. Game 3 and we're back to the towers. Let's try a different approach this time, sneaking into their side rather than blindly leaping into the center. Oh, that paintbrush. Yeah, I'm remembering just how quick and nasty that thing is. I can't wait to use it myself. Overall, though, I get the sense that we're doing a lot better this round. Yeah, I think we did all right. Well, don't stop. Keep going. Next round. Shh, be quiet. He's right over there. Aha! Oh, okay, never mind. Never punished. Very nice. Though, definitely noticing a difference between other players' fully geared up weapons and my little pea shooter. Still, the junior ain't half bad. Splat bombs are coming in handy as area denial or insurance if I gotta make a quick escape. You just throw it down and run for your life. Ah, not enough players, huh? That's okay. Bound to happen, I guess. Let's go spend some of our well-earned cash. Maybe it's presumptuous of me to say, but I think I've graduated from junior to full-on splattershot. And I'm actually going to read what Sheldon says this time. Maybe ignoring his tips for so long is how I became such a bad habit splatter. And of course, I gotta upgrade my fit. Dude, there is something so pleasing about this entire package in front of me. You got that glorby music, that Nickelodeon style UI, all these bright colors in your face, the neon flickering shop symbols, that little squid cursor. There's just style oozing out of every part of this frame right now. Anyway, I want to be more attentive of my outfit abilities, because this is something that I never paid attention to in my hundreds of previous Splatoon hours. I just sort of ran with whatever I had, but here I'm trying to make strategic choices, or as many as I can this early on in the game. Speed upgrades seem to be the smartest choice, and quicker special charge so I can use Bubbler more often. Or wait, no, I just changed my weapon. I don't have Bubbler anymore, so what do I have? Burst bombs. Oh yeah, I love these. And now I get to throw an army of them. You know we're playing Splatoon 1 where you get all these specials that are just the sub-weapon, but now there's 10 of them. Oh hey, map change. I forgot to even mention Callie and Marie in the beginning. Terrible disservice of me, so let me give them their spotlight now. They are so wonderful and so quippy. And just like the rest of this game, even though their entire stage setup here is very simplified, it has all that it needs and it's still brimming with personality. Alright, let's jump back into the fray. Mahi Mahi Resort. I remember this place. This was the final map I played on the day of the server shutdown. I'm excited to be back here and... Wait, what is this? Oops, all chargers? I didn't get this memo. Ugh. Yeah, that did not go well at all. I didn't even get to use my special that round. All right, another try. We got this. Hammerhead Bridge. I know the stage is essentially a straight line, but I really like it. Because despite that apparent simplicity, you got all these back alleys to sneak around in, and higher ground you can control to really wall out the other players. This map is in 3 as well, as I recall, but it's a completely different beast. It all finished construction by that point, but I kind of like this open, breezy version of Hammerhead Bridge. We did lose again, but it was a much closer fight this time around. All right, first life rollout, let's go. Hold the fort, I'm holding this ground. Nobody is coming through here. We got a sniper over there, that's fine. Eventually they'll have to double back when my team earns ground. Meanwhile, I'll cover anybody who needs assistance. And there we go, good win. I'm feeling great, like I'm falling back in love. What's old has become fresh again. Oh boy. See, this just feels straight up evil. I love a win as much as the next guy, but like, let's try not to do this next time. This has been going so well that I keep expecting hubris to knock on my door, but until that happens, I am the king of Inkopolis. All right, let's see here. I don't like how open this is without cover. Let's use my bombs. Holy crap. Let's back up before the karma kicks in. What the hell was that? Yeah, let's go. All right, well, I did say we were leaving the comfort zone, right? Let's try something different. I did just unlock the .52 gal, and I never really used these heavier blaster types. Let's give this one a try, but not before upgrading my fit for a bit more strength and defensive power. Well, the lower fire rate is instantly noticeable, and I miss my burst bombs already. I do now have the splat wall, which came in handy for emergency defense, as well as, again, escaping trouble. This was an impressive team to be trialing a new weapon, and it did not start off well. But right at the very end, we managed to take out most of their team, while the rest of our team covered the lost ground, and somehow we squeezed out a win. Whoa, that's a lot of speed. That'll certainly help. Huh. Well, that round didn't even feel like a fight. Where were the enemies? I mean, I'll take it for the experience. The more the merrier right now, but I didn't come here to instantly win. I came here to battle. Oh, hey, bonus kill. I gotta say, I keep trying to launch off killer whales when I get them, but I don't know if I've gotten a single kill with it yet. I try and aim for the areas that seem populated. I don't know, I guess it's pretty easy to swim out of the way. At this point though, I'm getting pretty used to the .52 gal. That lower fire rate didn't end up being as big of a problem as I first thought, and I'm starting to use the wall more strategically. Not only placing it down, but then visualizing where the opponent is going to go next, and meeting them there for the kill. Maybe I should switch it up though, to something even more outlandish. Oh, okay, sure, one more match first. Oh, I'll take it. Anything to stop a sneaky sniper. Oh no, AFK. Ah! Okay, I see. See that? That is the one more game fallacy in action right there. I shouldn't have done it. You know, if I'm gonna badmouth a sneaky sniper, I might as well join him. Let's take the Splat Charger for a ride. This should be enlightening. Oh, and I'll grab the Splat Roller too. Might as well. Gonna use it eventually. Thing is though, it is midnight and my Wii U pad's starting to die. I could absolutely keep going, but I think this is a good place to end day one of Splatoon. I am hyped. Man, I can't wait to play some more. I knew I was gonna have fun, but I never expected I was going to have this much fun. This game has still got the magic. All right, finally, we're back to it. Where we drop in today, boys. Flounder Heights and Mahi Mahi Resort. Familiar territory. But maybe that's okay, because I get the feeling it's going to take a number of matches before I'm comfortable using the charger. I got a new outfit, and it's got some interesting abilities that are kind of unfamiliar to me. Tenacity, as I understand it, gives me more special charge when there are more enemy players currently alive than there are players on my team. And Ninja Squid, which hides the trail of ink that I leave anytime I'm swimming through it. This should help bridge the gap of disadvantage, increasing my stealth and my ability to use my special more often. I noticed that today connection issues were way more severe than they were yesterday. I mean, I guess that's to be expected. You know, this is a miracle that I'm playing this anyway, so I'm not gonna get too broken up about it. I'll just keep on squid jumping. All right, here we go. First match of the day with the sniper. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Oh, okay, hey, there's one. Sure. Hey, we take what we can get around here. Ah, revenge! Take that! And there we go. All things considered, that could have been a lot worse. But I got a lot more locking in to do if I'm gonna get anywhere close to good at this weapon. Oh, Lord. Dude, he's sniping me better with a blaster than I am at sniping him. Yeah, no, we're not gaining any ground here. Let me try a different route. Nope, they saw me coming. That was the most powerless I have felt so far. Couldn't do anything about their control and could barely cover turf at that. Maybe next round will go better. Might as well keep covering turf slowly and inefficiently. Oh my god. Oh, wait, no, I'm alive. Escape, escape, escape. No, come on. All right, if I can't get that kill, then clearly a lot of practice is in order. That was a humbling round for sure. Things are definitely not going as easy as they did yesterday. Let's just do a montage through a few rounds and see where I land at the end of it. Still getting rocked pretty hard, but I am starting to learn some lessons. Cover helps. Duh. It really, really helps. And wow, people fall into the water a lot, including me. Map change. Arowana Mall, very snipe friendly. And Bluefin Depot, which I don't remember at all. Starting to get a better idea as to where to position myself, like where all the good sniper locations are. And I'm also getting better at cutting off escapes and like boxing players in with my long sniper trails, making it easier for me to actually get a shot. And I'm having a good time setting up ambushing situations. They don't always work out for me, but sometimes they do. I'm trying to work up a new habit of never entering the battlefield the same way as I went last time. If I spawned in and went left, when I respawn, I go right, trying to shake it up. This way, I'm never gonna run into any autopilot problems. I never want to become so predictable to the enemy team, nor complacent in my own approach. And possibly due to all of this mindful thinking, I started to die more due to unexpected reasons rather than me just being awful. Wait a minute, why am I on Port Mackerel right now? I never even registered this was happening, but like, we were just straight up on Port Mackerel, weren't we? That was not on the list. I guess that's a secret Pretendo feature. Well, I'm into it. Oh, you know what? There are sensitivity features in the options menu. Maybe rising that slider a little bit will help me when I need to make some quick shots. Oh yeah, that helps. Starting to notice a pattern with how people are setting up their ability spread. Guess you gotta talk to Spike for that. Can you even earn the, like, urchin shells that you would normally need to give him? I'm gonna have to figure all that out later. Oh, man, there was this sniper player that was just dominating us all game. And at the very end, when I traded my life for his, that just felt so good. I kept going and going, just fighting against the grain, until I got to this match, which was the worst one by far. It was like a tsunami. We had no possible method of entry. I did get one kill, and let me play it for you in full. Might be the most embarrassing kill in my whole career. The maps changed immediately after, and with my Wii U pad dying again, this felt like the best place to stop. I wasn't intending going in on dedicating a full game day to the charger, but I just felt this urge to really step up my game and practice with it, you know? While I didn't become a sniper pro or anything, I did see tangible improvement from when I began to where I left off. I got all the way to level 9 on mostly loss experience, and I did feel myself adjusting on several fronts. From my approach method, to my use of the environment, to predicting enemy movement, I'm actually really proud of my performance today. Though, I am exhausted, and I probably won't use the charger next time. I deserve a treat after all of that. So I think I'm gonna use a blaster again for a few rounds, and then the roller. Stay tuned for day 3. Here we are. It's been like a week since I've been able to play. It's pretty late at night too, so I wonder how full the turf is gonna be tonight. Ooh, I hope there's a lot of people, cause I'm excited to try Piranha Pit. That's the one with all the conveyor belts, right? That should be fun. I did say that I was gonna reward myself after last time, and I'm gonna. Time to get a new blaster. Oh, Sheldon, I'm trying my best here, but this is just so overwhelming. Anyway, I do have my target. 8-bit ducks beware, because we're using the N-Zap today. And of course, new day means new wardrobe. I look like such a nerd. I got 2 quick respawns on, so hopefully I'll get thrown back into the fray quickly. And a defense up, because why not? Always helps to be a little sturdier, especially since we're on the front lines today. Round 1, wish me luck. Also, Slime Lime? Spectacular name, dude. Ooh, I love having the echolocator. This thing's a game changer. Yes, that's right. Run! Oh, wait, that's a Kraken. Never mind. Ooh, okay, not a bad first match of the night. I gotta be careful, though. If I get too high on the thrill, I'll start dying unnecessarily. But that quick respawn time was appreciated. The echolocator is fantastic at revealing where all my enemies are, so I may chase them down or run when appropriate. Round 2 time, I am loving all this time in the pit. And see, different approach method than last time. We haven't forgotten. Oh. Well. Slime Lime, no! Well, this is going worse. See, I thought you left. You know, you can turn around in this game. It's crazy, I know. Slime Lime, we gotta stop meeting like this. Hey, what's going on over there? I'm gonna take care of this business. You know, we may actually have this. Hey, we actually scrapped out a win. That's insane. What an eventful match. And no rest for the wicked either. Back into the fray. Resort this time. Oh, wow. Yeah, he completely saw me coming. Come on, guys. Ink your spawn. We're playing Splatoon 1 in 2026. I know you guys aren't amateurs. Huge. I'll take it. Wait, a sniper got me? Yep, that's water again. I missed the pit. Hey, I know we said we're gonna be on the front lines today, but we're in danger right away, so let me cover some turf for a while. Not today, sniper boy. Oh, ink mine. Well, that's a new one. Go, my Kraken friend! You got this! Oh, see, 2 versus 1, I got cocky. No. Good game, though. Good game. I want to get one more win under my belt, and then maybe I can change things up to something crazier. Still stuck in the resort dimension, and gonna be real, not much happened, so let's just move on to the next one. Oh, yes! Put me back into the pit! Oh, why you gotta do that? See that? Hubris. How? No, see, I love that. That is a 2-for-1 special. I was there for so long. We win. Okay, yes, great. I could seriously keep doing this for the rest of the night, but it's time to make good on my daily goal. We're switching to the Splat roller. I'll miss the echolocator, but I am excited to finally run over people the way they've run over me. And you know what? Same clothes too. Why not? That quick respawn time is just too good to pass up. Almighty pit, bring me good fortune. All right, well, we're pretty slow to start. Oh Lord, it's a good sniper. Yeah, the game is bugged, actually. There's a glitch. I just wanna live. I just wanna live. Yeah, no, let's not battle again. Let's sit here for a minute and then try again. I mean, there's no way this round goes worse than the last one, right? 0-12 kill-death ratio is insane. I'm starting to think that there's maybe more to roller gameplay than simply walking forward and hoping for the best. But also, like, these guys are just built different. I got assaulted by 2 killer whales at once. At least they're still letting me play in the pit. And I feel like I've been banished to coverage duty. Okay, seriously, where are all the enemies? I know those past few rounds went bad, but this wasn't the catharsis I was looking for. I've literally not launched a single attack. Well, a win's a win, I suppose. Then hey, I finally managed to level up to 10, unlocking ranked battle modes. Now, I think I know what we're gonna be doing next time. I do think that that is all for tonight. This was a pretty long one considering how late I started, though I don't really feel like I did the roller justice. I want to unleash its full potential, so I'm likely just going to keep using it for now. Let's pick up some spend and change from Judd and wrap up day 3 in Inkopolis. Day 4, playing in the early morning this time. This could mean a completely different set of active players, or maybe no players at all. Today, we are looking at the ranked battle maps instead of the regular ones. Wow, Flounder Heights has been such a common occurrence in this video. And darn it, I want to play on Kelp Dome, Camp Triggerfish, Walleye Warehouse. This is such a typical Splatoon phenomenon. No matter what weird hour you end up playing, you're still stuck with the same 2 maps. We are going to use the roller again, like I said, but I do think I'm going to switch to the carbon roller. I just miss the burst bombs that much, and I think a little more speed would go a long way. There are 3 different types of ranked battle modes: Splat Zones, Tower Control, and Rainmaker. I don't think Clam Blitz was in Splatoon 1, but maybe I'm wrong. With a roller, I feel like Splat Zones is what I want most, but I'm open to whatever I get. Tower Control, okay, interesting. I guess I can see the utility. If I can make it onto the tower, I could potentially control it really nicely by flinging ink around and preventing approach. Guess it's time to put my splat capabilities to the test. Is what I would say, but unfortunately it took me ages to find a game. It took so long, in fact, that the maps changed. So now we're playing on Salt Spray Rig and Moray Towers, a more exciting group, I think. And hey, we actually got Splat Zones this time. Maybe this was a blessing in disguise? That is, assuming we actually get a match. I feel a sort of kinship with all these same names waiting in here with me. We've all been sitting here for nearly half an hour trying to get a game of Splatoon 1 going in 2026 because we just love this game that much. Ooh, okay, here we go. Gotta make this match count. It was over instantly. I can't believe I started this match by covering the long walkways with ink. Did I forget what game mode I was playing? You don't gotta cover here. 30 minutes of wait time for a match that lasted 60 seconds. Incredible. Oh, wait. Got another game immediately after that. Okay, I'll take 2. Try again. Huh. Well, this match lasted longer, at least. This seems like a very difficult map to control the zones for. The enemy team is setting up squid beacons, and that seems like a critical element to their success. It takes ages to actually descend the tower and reach the zones again, and if we leave to try and take the zone on their side, we lose ours super quickly. I may have to make a better decision regarding my weapon if I want any chance of success here. This might not be the time for trial running. Let's try one more time though, just in case. Oh man. That one was a fight. I started by right away rushing to the zone on the enemy side, capturing it quickly. I thought this might delay any thought of an early lead from the enemy. From here, it turned into this ebb and flow sort of thing. Anytime the enemy went one way, I went the other, just trying to wrestle control to the best of my ability. Things started to go downhill though. Eventually, they just started to overpower us, and in my desire to get back into the fray as soon as possible, I started getting rash, running straight into enemies over and over again. And in the end, we did lose the match, but I'm starting to see the vision. I know what I have to do. I needed something with a beacon of my own. And ironically, the only weapon available to me that has a beacon is the crack-on splat roller. Guess we're not out of roller territory yet. It's now or never with this weapon type. Let's do this. Nope. Nope. We were just outclassed. These guys are in position. They got beacons of their own. They got an E-liter sniper. I'm just not cut out for this level of play. I tried putting beacons in sneaky locations, but I could never actually get away with it. I could never escape at all, actually. Seems like every time I tried to flee an encounter, I ended up sluggishly splatted. Sort of a dour note to end the day on. I mean, that's a whole hour of gameplay and not a single win under my belt. Well, Camp Triggerfish is on the regular battle selection today, so let's throw on a splatter shot and let's release some tension. Or skate park, that works too. Oh yeah, now that felt good. It wasn't the craziest match in the world or anything, but it was oh so satisfying. Flinging myself into situations well beyond my comfort zone is nice and all, but sometimes it's great to just let loose with the familiar. So that was certainly an unconventional session of Splatoon, and I'm not quite sure what to make of it. At the very least, I think trying to go for ranked is a fool's errand at my current power level, or maybe in general based on those long wait times. I'm not sure yet what I want to do for next time, maybe throwing on a minigun or a bucket and seeing how I do. We'll see. For now, stay tuned for day 5. Back in Inkopolis for the 5th day of our experience. At the time of recording, I was just off of recovery of a week-long fever, so I was feeling groggy and woozy, you know, great positions to be in for a high-paced shooting game. But it was a late night, and I was just craving some turf war, so you know what? We're gonna do our best. We got Flounder Heights and Piranha Pit again. Barely even surprised at this point. Let's do a little bit of prep before jumping in. I've decided what new weapon I want to try out. We're doing the paintbrush today. I've been really excited to try this thing out. It seems really speedy, which coming off of a roller, I would really love that experience, but you know, a little bit quicker. And I don't think I've gotten to use a sprinkler yet, so that's fun. And of course, we've got a new outfit. I feel like it actually has been a while since we've changed. Maybe that'll bring us some good fortune. Hey, while we're here, let's actually try talking to Spike. It seems all I can do right now is order other players' gear. Maybe I gotta level up more before I can start messing with my gear abilities. Or maybe I can't even do that at all in Splatoon 1. I'm not sure, but I figured I'd order a piece of gear anyway. Why not? That's a fun hat. Okay, time for some turf war. Ooh, a really rough one to start, I'm afraid. There was a whole part of the fight where I was completely locked down by someone, tossing bombs, and I just did not know how to get out of it without getting killed. The movement speed of the brush is a lot nicer compared to the roller, but the lack of range is hurting against these blaster inklings. I just sort of die whenever I'm spotted. It can be really easy to fall into getting mindless, you know, just rapidly tapping and hoping for the best. I gotta have more intent with my plays. Oh well. Take two. Let's try again. Hey, I actually think we got this. Oh, come on. So close. Well, that's all right. It was definitely a much better round. The ink strike is great when I get to shoot off a bunch of them, and I'm starting to get better at overwhelming my opponents with the ink brush, so long as I can get close enough. I can't seem to shake the habit of swimming into bombs, though. Round number 3, back into the pit at last. Sadly, that didn't help. Another loss. Talk about a first bomb war zone. They worked everywhere. My team was putting in some serious work. Despite the loss at the end, it was a pretty solid pushing back and forth. I found myself being in the perfect position for an ambush several times, and while it worked occasionally, most of the time I was just outplayed. I'm gonna have to get faster and stronger. Oh man. That was a good fight, I can't deny it. I'm definitely rusty after all that time sick. Man, when the ink brush works and you catch someone before they see you, it's so cathartic to just wipe the floor with them. But yeah, all the times where it doesn't go my way is very humbling. Real quick, I just want to see how many times did I die with my opponent? Let's do a count. Now, whether or not this is a net positive or a net negative is up in the air, but hey, I killed a lot of people. And double plus, not a single one of those games had any wait time. They all got started in a flash. All of them also ended in losses, but hey, come on, positivity. Ah, who am I kidding? Clearly, today is not my day, and that's all right. I'm glad I had the energy to play it all, and while the brush does have its high moments, it does make me wish I could just hold down the fire button, because man, that's a lot of pressing. I think next time calls for a different challenge entirely. I've been throwing myself at death's door for so long now that I could use a breath of fresh air, or perhaps sewer air? Gross. Oh, also, there was this guy. All right, I feel much better now. Took some time away, recharged, and I'm ready for whatever Splatoon has in store for me today. This time, rather than go into multiplayer, we're gonna jump straight into the single player campaign. I know I won't be able to get far into the campaign in this video, there's only 2 days left, but I still wanna dip my toes into the mode and see what the first ever missions were like. I've played all 3 Splatoon story campaigns and their expansions. I love when Splatoon dips into story content. I can't say I remember much on a gameplay level though, especially here in the first game, aside of course from the outstanding final boss fight. So let's go see what Grandpa wants from us. Or we can do a quick round of turf war first, just to test our luck. Come on, I can't help it. Just one. We'll treat it like a fortune cookie reading. How will today go? Hey, that's a good omen. Starting off strong. Okay, now let's go into the hole. Here's Captain Cuttlefish, who tells us the whole story pretty straight. The Octarians are back after losing a war 100 years ago, and we gotta go get the great Zapfish. We throw on a snazzy new suit, and we're sent on our way. Kinda charmingly simple compared to how involved later plots get. Anyway, the first level doesn't ask all that much of you on the surface, but I love how it stands as a tutorial of the game itself. Like here, you can rush it and get killed if you want, but the game encourages finding alternate paths to give you that advantage. You collect these deep sea scrolls too, which give you Splatoon world lore. And I love how even here, this early in the series, they were committed to this deep and ominous delivery of story beats. The second level is more or less the same, while also introducing new enemy types and exclusive mechanics you could expect to see more of going forward. These little segments go by so fast that the dialogue doesn't even have time to finish before Captain goes, "Bravo." Well, I remember these little ink cleaner guys. Adorable. We got some more advanced maneuvers now for new players, but obviously for me, it's This part was funny. I initially skipped this ink jump thinking that there was a bonus up here until I found out that, oh, that's the end of the level. There was this whole cannon segment that I was supposed to do, but I just willpowered my way through it the hard way. Classic Neanderthal gaming. Also, there is a light bit of character upgrading through these orange orbs you collect. Naturally, I had to get some burst bombs. I just can't be away from these things for too long. Starting level 3. Hey, can we talk about the music in the single player for just a second? Turf War music is already great, but you want to listen to some goop tracks, some real gloopy and glorby music? This is the exact stuff you're looking for. They really nailed it on the first go here. It's wild. The Octarians themselves are also really wonderful creatures. They look straight out of one of those Nicktoon crossover games. You know what I'm talking about? Those 3 levels are all that it took to unlock our first boss fight. And it's a pretty iconic character in the Splatoon universe, the mighty Octostomp. He would return for revenge many a time, though here he's in his least mighty form. You fight him for all of a minute and a half, really. So I like that little electrified hazard he made. And of course, he perfectly encapsulates Splatoon enemy bizarreness, especially with those tiny little human legs he's got. Nevertheless, he's beaten, and we unlock our first full area. God, I spent so much time analyzing details that we're already out of time here. I'd love to explore this mode even further. I bet I could have done an entire video just on these levels. But at the end of the day, I made this video to improve my multiplayer skills, and while this has been a nice vacation and great for the psyche, it's time to get back to work. We only got 1 day left here, so I want to make my time count. We started the day with a win. Can we end it on 1 too? I'll even throw on a blaster for the best chance possible. Ooh, I forgot by doing single player missions, I can unlock weapon variants of different abilities. So sure, let's try on this custom Splattershot Jr., connect ourselves with our roots, and enjoy ourselves. Gonna be honest, that was one of the most fun matches in my life. Sure, we lost, but we were going back and forth all game, going from losing our spawn to camping their spawn, having control of the middle tower, to falling into danger over and over again. And you know what? Maybe that is what Splatoon is all about. It's about fighting the good fight and making memories on the battlefield. Who cares who wins and who loses when we all had a great time? But yeah, obviously I had to go in for another match. And we killed it. Straight up annihilation. That is more like it. Oh, this game is so fun. I can't believe we're almost done, but alas, 1 final day to go. I'm gonna have to come up with something really special to do then. But for now, time to say goodbye to day 6. Well, guys, we made it. It's been an exciting journey, but Camp Triggerfish! Oh, forget the heartfelt intro. We gotta get some games started right away. Honestly, I can't even remember if this map is good or not. I just have a ton of good memories surrounding it. As our final day for this video, we're gonna do a little bit of everything, starting with the final weapon type that I have not tried, the minigun. And we're gonna get extra frisky by using the Hyper Splatling. Just look at this thing. It's as big as I am. Of course, I had to create a full new look for the occasion with lots of free slots available for future buffs. Pretty much spent all my money on this stuff. I couldn't even afford the hat I ordered from Spike. Ah, well, maybe we can pick it up as a reward at the end of the day. Not really sure what to call this look, but hey, at least it's cohesive? Maybe? Wish me luck out there, friends. Hopefully my training has paid off. No wait time and Triggerfish? Is it Christmas already? Okay. Let's talk about that one. We were immediately overwhelmed like 5 seconds into the match. Rather than die, I decided to take a back route and cover some enemy turf, which worked for a while. The Splatling wasn't exactly a convenient choice for this job, but hey, it was working. But I could only do so much. We just never got out of danger, and we lost in the end. But it's okay, I feel like I did my part, and I'm ready to go again. Alright, depot this time. That's okay. Good things come in moderation. That was a good one. Watch me in real time follow this roller user here, map out the path that they're taking, and discovering too late that they're right behind me. Also, I got this fun little double kill. This gun is turning out to be a better ambushing tool than I expected, and it's really hard for opponents to approach me as I'm using it. Well, unless they do that, of course. I really expected this to be going worse, actually. Cool. Well, here's the good news. I was an aerial turret this round. Look at all those kills. It wasn't enough, unfortunately. Every time I killed one, two took their place. This team was incredibly optimized, though, so I don't blame myself. The least I can do in a doomed round is to kill as many of them as I can. Wow, these matches are coming in fast. Round 4. And thank God, more triggerfish. Okay. Another one where we just got pushed into spawn immediately. This side path with all the grades really just allows one inkling to barge in and ruin the other team's day. This Splatling's got range though. As long as they don't see me, I can deny them entry even if I don't kill them. Alright, much better round this time. Felt good to see the enemy in danger for once. I feel pretty in control of this thing. Despite the long wind-up time, I feel like I can win pretty much any engagement and not be caught in surprise. Am I becoming a fan of the Splatling? Have I finally found a new weapon that I can connect with? Oh, well, that's alright. Honestly, there's so much to do today, then that's probably okay. As much as I want to keep doing that, I did have something else in mind. Yeah, as if 3 levels in a boss fight was gonna be enough to whet my appetite. We can do plenty more than that. It's a challenge just searching for the level you want sometimes, assuming you care about playing them in numbered order. And once you're in the level, you can find yourself dying to the simplest of stuff. Each section of a level goes by in a flash. It's like a little lightning round of tests revolving around the mechanic of the day. Level 4 was all about geysers, and now level 5 is about sponge platforms. These tests can be devious though. You think you're doing everything right, but then some little thing goes wrong and down you go. The game takes advantage of your own desire to blast through by catching you unawares. It's great. Level 6 now, and we got some propeller pads. Look at this crazy skybox above us. All this equipment molded together into landscape. It's like, where are we right now? I love cohesive worlds as much as the next guy, but if your level design is just gonna be a bunch of floating platforms anyway, you might as well get weird with it. These scrolls are starting to get sneakier and sneakier with their hiding places, but their contents are no less compelling. I love when a friendly vibe game has dark undertones, hints of a terrible calamity years past. They never have to do it, but it's always a treat when they do. Also, this segment is pretty cool, taking place over water. I can't remember another time in single player where water is used as an obstacle. That's kind of neat. So glad when they finally give us a quiet moment to actually read what Cuttlefish is saying down there. He's talking about crab cakes. Eventually, we reach level 8, where we face down the Octolings, back when they were merely mindless minions of Octavio. You face them down like you would in any old turf war, but they're just a little easier to take down than online players. Just a little. But it was the last normal level before the boss that was a pleasant surprise. This Octo Striker was the mascot of a whole new level type. You maneuver the area, avoiding constant barrages of ink strikes, defeating hidden Octarians, and eventually take down the big guy himself. This level had me on the edge of my seat. I did not remember a thing about this whatsoever. Finally, it was time to face the boss. Oh man, I was hoping it was going to be this guy. Octonozzle's design is wonderful. He's somehow kind of adorable, and I love the ancient feeling he gives off and those weird sounds he makes. The battle is sadly over before it began, like all the bosses in this mode, but this is exactly the experience I was hoping to have coming back here. Well, okay, that's another area down, and I think that's all I wanted to do of single player today. Best we head back for now, we still have so much to do. I said we were gonna do everything today, and I meant it. We're gonna try ranked again. Great news is I see Kelp Dome over there. I'm getting all my favorites today. And it's Splat Zones again. Hopefully they go better than last time. Though honestly, based on last time, I'll be lucky if I even find a match. That said, assuming I do, I'm not taking any chances. I'm going Splattershot once more. Yeah, for better or for worse, it didn't take too long for me to find my first match, so wish me luck jumping into the dome. That was exhilarating. My fear was palpable for so much of that round, but right as we started to gain control, I just locked in. I found all the key spots and guarded them. I tried to out-aggressive my opponents, and it all came through in the end. I really gotta give it to my teammates. Without them, I'm sure I would have been fish food. All right, that was great. I'm tempted to leave on a high note, but no, let's take advantage of people being here tonight. Let's go again. Yeah, maybe I should have. It's a workout, I tell ya. Once you lose the momentum, you might as well try and fight Godzilla with a toothpick. I'm not worn out yet, though. The long waiting times means I get to sit here, reflect, cool down, and enter the next match with full mental clarity. Let's see if I can manage just one more win. This one hurt. This one hurt bad. I was actually on a roll with 6 whole kills, but they were still going to win the match. So there I was. My special was fully charged, the enemy was distracted, and fumble. Pure fumble. Just threw it all away, and it was all on me. I shamed my unit, but I would not let this defeat define me. I will keep going until I honor the warriors in this weight room with my full capability. Hey, you know what? I'll take it. Honestly, that match was really easy. Once we took the zone for ourselves, we just never lost it. Kept the enemy at bay with superior firepower. I like to think that I pitched in well enough with much better special usage than last time. I consider that a decent showing. I'm happy with that. All right. Well, what's left for us to do? First, let me grab my hat. I think I've more than earned it. I already own this hat? Whatever, I want the new one anyway, out of principle. Jeez, I really don't want this to end, but end it must. It's nearing midnight, for goodness sake. We might lose Triggerfish. So okay, how about one final match? One more round to celebrate before we wrap things up. Regular turf war, regular splatter shot, no crazy gimmicks. Just me and Splatoon and Camp Triggerfish. Wow. We really crushed them, huh? I was bracing myself in this moment to get stomped on, and the moral of the story is nothing has changed. But wow, that went far better than anything I could have predicted. And yeah, the maps changed right when it was over, signifying the end of my journey. That was Splatoon. Pure, unadulterated Splatoon. The energy, the battle, the whimsy, the conquest. I don't think I could have asked for a better day 7. I was honestly dreading this recording session, wondering if the day I'd have would end the video on a downer. But I really think I've shown genuine, tangible improvement over the course of this whole escapade. Thank you so much for sticking through this with me. This was a pretty lengthy video, but I really wanted to do Splatoon 1 justice. This game absolutely still holds up today, despite all the improvements that 2 and 3 brought to the table. Splatoon 1 is just pure fun, and all the people online still playing it today only prove that idea. I learned so much from doing this video. And hey, look at that, I even earned a Super Sea Snail for my troubles. Great to see those aren't lost to time, much like the game itself. I'm so happy I did this. It really reinvigorated my love for the franchise, and I think I'll be heading back to play some Splatoon 3 really soon. Maybe Raiders will even come out this year. Who knows? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is GoopyJello, and I'm signing off. Stay fresh!